Well, so in continuation of yesterday, so now we'll talk about working on content library. So what will be covering around these modules? We will understand the identified benefits of content library, recognize the type of content libraries, and deploy virtual machine from the content library. Okay. So when we say content libraries, new concepts come from vSphere 6.x onwards, where we say we should keep our templates, images, Java files, and all in a common way on each and every place. Let's suppose, for an example, for a customer have couple of vCenters have been deployed on multiple places, but like they have one DC here, they have one vCenter available here, one DC, one vCenter, another DC, another vCenter. Okay. So if there is no content library, every time they have to upload locally all these templates here, here, and here as well. And if there is some new amendments, then again they have to repeat all these steps on each and every place. So how content library make a life easier for an vSphere administrator instead of updating the template, putting the templates on multiple places actually. So what how it's make easier for you, a content library will become a kind of repository where you can store your templates, your OVF files. Then when you put these all template OVA files in a repository, that's we called as a local content library. Okay. So now we want a same set of templates, OVF files, and all on another place where my another vCenter is running. However, they are talking over the network. All these site is talking about over the network. So on a second side, to achieve the same level of template, same level of this, we just configure the subscribe content library. Subscribe content library. What we need to configure the content library, either is local or either it is subscribed. To configure it, we need just a data store should be available where I can place the content library content. Okay. Same way from the target side, where I don't want to upload anything locally, I want to take all these contents from my local content library. Again, I can configure there subscribe content library, another subscribe content library. So to access the centralized repo from the content library, what we do, we just need to publish it. When we will publish it, it will provide me a URL. That URL we have to just configure on my target vCenter servers. All right. So how do we do that? It's very simple. When you'll go in vCenter menu option, it will give me the content library option. Add the content library, and it will only ask you the target data store where you want to put the content library contents. Then okay, so then from there you can easily, once it will be done, so like as I said, type of content library, there is local, published, and subscribe. When we say local is to my local vCenter. Publish means we have just published it so that another can also access it. Okay, then I'll make subscribe content library. So subscribe content library always sync the content from a published content library. So how will publish? First we'll make a local, then we will publish it. When it's publishing, it means it's creating a URL so that a subscribe from where I am subscribing it, we can access that. Then data will get synced. That sync time we can define like hourly basis, day basis, or something like that. So it will automatically sync up the contents on subscribe content library. All right. Are we clear so far? Yes, no? Praveen, are we good? Shiva?
Yes, sir.
All right. So once my content library will be created, then definitely we have to place something in content library. So what I'll do is, whatever the template we do have available, we will just clone to content library. When we clone to content library, automatically all these templates It is cloning. My local template is still there, but yeah, it will be clone the place in a placeholder that is my content library. Okay. So once my content library will be ready, I can use that template for reference and create the new virtual machine. Not on locally, also the remote vCenter server also, where I have configured the subscribed content library. Local will be local, then it will be published, then it will be subscribed. All right. Okay, so there is some simple labs. We are going to create content library, clone the template in content library, create the VM, publish that. We will add few more labs here. Like we will not only create the local one, we are going to also create the, we are going to publish, and we are also going to create the subscribe content library as well. Okay. All right, so let me finish this one more small module. The labs will do together. So modifying the virtual machine. When we say modify virtual machine setting, we just gonna look how do we do the resource modification in any of the virtual machine. So when we do the edit setting of VM, so you will get add a device. Okay, except CPU and memory, we cannot add rest of the component as in power on yeah, we can add all content in power on state, but to add CPU and memory inside the power on, when we'll expand it, there is an option hot what we say that, yeah, hot pluggable. Okay, hot. So we have to enable that option from CPU and memory. Then only in power on state we can increase the available CPU and memory component. All right, hot CPU pluggable, hot memory pluggable, that option we have to enable first in power off state. But again, especially in case of CPU and memory, when my power on VM is there, it's not a recommended way to increase it, because some of the time we have seen when we'll increase the memory or CPU component, we got a dumps failure, operating system failure due to memory dumps. Okay, so especially on CPU and memory case, we always prefer to shut down the VM, then increase the resource and power on the VM, so that during the power cycle, VM can easily identify the increased CPU and memory numbers. All right. So rest of the components, yeah, you are okay. You can do that in power on state. That's not a problem at all. Okay. So the upper three component can be customized. Increase the number, increase the number, increase the number. But rest of the component, we don't have any value. Okay. These are going to add just a new component. Like for an example, I want to add existing NVMe controller, SATA controller, USB controller. That's all network adapter. That's all add as a new device. But here we do some customization along with add new component. Also we can do customization. Okay. So in case of memory, I cannot add any like another new memory. So memory will be increase or decrease. In case of CPU, I cannot add another CPU. I am going to just amendment it here, virtual socket and virtual core. Then only it will increase the value. Hard disk, I can increase it. Decreasing is not a good practice. However, we can do that, but we have to free up the space from the operating system side also. Can we add new hard disk? Answer is yes. Can we add new SCSI controller? Yes, 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 yes. But up to the limit of the version, the vSphere version and the maximum limit of your virtual machine. We can do an amendment in that way. All right.
Sir, I have one doubt, sir. In disk,
Yeah.
we are increasing the space,
Mm-hmm.
but is there the option, sir? Can we decrease the space? I don't think so. We don't have
Yeah,
option.
on that we can do, but in certain circumstances, first of all, we have to free up that space from the operating system side. Like for example, if like in this, we are increasing the disk space in this screenshot, but if we'll free up, we will compress. Like for an example, this 700 is merged for an example, this is merged. But if we will free up 700 from here, all right, as a unpartitioned space, then we can decrease that value from here. Got it? Whatever value we want to decrease, first of all, it's not only free up, we have to make that as a raw capacity. Raw capacities, no file system, nothing should be available here. For example, I have 120 GB of hard disk. Out of 120 GB, I shrink my partition to 100 GB and I make 20 GB as free space as in raw. When I say raw, no file system is applicable there. Okay. Then I can reclaim that 20 GB space by compressing my hard disk. Okay. All right. Are we clear? So any of disk size we increase from the console, then definitely from the operating system side, we have to expand that partition. All right. You have to instruct the guys so that he can expand. Inflating thin disk. Inflating means you are going to convert a thin disk into thick. So you can go particular disk and you can right click and inflat. Inflat means you are converting that thin disk to thick disk. But yeah, VM must be power of that side, or you can do during the vMotion part. But once disk will become thick in flat, you cannot convert it back as a thin disk. Okay, so under the VM options, we see the VM name, config file, where it is located, working location, guest operating system, guest version, lock the remote console. Like if we want to click from vCenter, you can lock encryption, power management, VM tools is there, boot option if you want to keep some delay in boot, advanced, fiber channel, NPIV. So number of settings are available in VM options that we can do amend on the basis of requirement. Typically, we don't do more changes in the VM options. We'll keep it as is. Like in power options, you will see these are my different power buttons. We should use only the same, okay? Power tool script, if there is something, we can run it. Okay, secure boot if we want to enable, we want to configure like UEFI based boot, you enable it. Boot delay, if you want to keep some boot delay, like 15 seconds, once your OS will boot, it will wait for 15 seconds. Okay, boot from EFI, retry, failed, reboot, after how much time, like my VM is trying to booting, so we can define a boot delay. All right. So if you want to remove from VM from the vCenter inventory, if you will click only remove option, then it will only remove the VM from the inventory, but still my VM files are available in my data store. So I can again register the .vmx file, that is my virtual machine configuration file, and bring that VM back. But if I will delete it, so delete will permanently delete. There is no option to recover that VM from vCenter console. That point of time, we have to just restore it from backup or some another tool. Okay. Delete is permanently delete. Remove, just remove from inventory and you can re-register back again. Okay. All right, so here is some lab adjusting memory allocation on virtual machine, increase the size of VMDK file, rename a virtual machine in vCenter. And again, if we will rename a VM from vCenter inventory, but that original file in data store will be with the same name. Okay, like for example, we have a VM name TS1 and all the files will create with initial name of TS1, like my configuration file, my VMDK file, snapshot file, NVRAM file, all will have a prefix value TS1. If from the inventory, I made a change here, TS2, then these file will not be impacted at all. Their name would be the original one. So be careful when you are renaming your virtual machine from the inventory. All right, so let's play around these labs. Then we'll take the further modules. So first of all, we are going to covering on the content library. So in content library, I would like to add a few more labs here. Create, clone a template, then deploy a VM, and I wanna add few more labs here. PUB LIC, publish a content library. All right, and create a subscribed content library. library. All right. And also we can see deploy a VM again. In the subscribed content library. All right. Then delete that. So these all tasks we are going to perform right away in some real labs that we are seeing yesterday. So I'm just stop sharing and sharing it back from different machine. Okay. Can you see another screen here? Yes, no?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, Praveen. Thank you very much for your loud response. Who wants to play?
Hmm, I am
You?
logging on laptop.
You are? Shiva, what about you?
Yes,
So I connected through mobile.
Yeah. All right. Then, Praveen, I'm giving you control, but wait for my instructions. Okay. Don't be too much
yes, yes.
proactive. Okay. All right. So, in this environment, you guys are seeing two vCenter servers. All right. So, what I am trying to do here is I will make a local content library in the second vCenter server first. Okay. And I'll publish that. And I'll try to make a subscribe library from the first vCenter server. All right. Okay. So task one, let's create a content library. Go to menu. Raveen, control to you. Go to menu. Yeah. Content libraries. Sixth option under networking. Click there. Yes. Click here. All right. So just under content library, click on plus symbol. And yeah, click here. 1 second. 1 second. That is my pop-up. Yeah, click on plus. Yes. Yes. So just type LCB01, local content library 01. All right. In notes, you can put any notes if you want. Then from the vCenter server, yeah, from the vCenter server, select the second vCenter server, W01. Okay. Click next. For now, I am not publishing it and I am not subscribing it. I am just going to use it as a local content library. Okay. Click next. All right. Choose the last data store. That is my vSend data store. Yeah. Go to next. Finish it.
Local means we can only use in the
Locally.
like
For
in
that
the same
vCenter.
location.
Exactly. Right. Only the within that vCenter server. All right. So now we have
Yes.
created a LCB01 being as a local content library. Next task, I am going to clone some template inside this local content library. Go to menu option, inventory,
Yes.
host and clusters. Yeah. Then go to second option, VMN templates.
Host and cluster.
VMN templates. अरे उधर ही है यार. हाँ. So now you can see on the bottom, there is number of VM templates are available. So you just select second one from the bottom. Anyone we can take, that's not a problem at all. Yeah, right click. Clone to library. Then it will ask you target library. Yeah, just select LCB01. Select it. All right. Click OK. Check the recent tasks from the bottom. Yeah, so wait for some time till my template contents are copying inside the local content library. All right.
So it will also take some space.
Yes, absolutely. Why not?
So in which data store it is copying?
What data store you have given during the content library creation?
Okay, okay, okay. Completed. No uploading. So
Done. Minimize the recent task. Go back to your content library. Third task, let us check my template is being copied in content library and try to create a virtual machine from there. Yeah, open the second one. Yeah, expand it. Just expand it. Double click. Huh. So go to right side templates. There is one template, right? Click on template. Double click. Yeah, that's fine. Now we can refer this template to provision the VM, and again the custom specs we have created that we can also apply during the VM creation. All right. So right click, create a new virtual machine from this template. All right. Give the name. Win1 कर दो इसको ना, Win1. All right. And select your target vCenter that by default local. That should be there. Click next. Yeah, choose right data center. Then cluster. So in the bottom, probably you are seeing go back. Customize operating system. If you will select it, then it will ask you for the, yeah, click it, no issues. Yeah, so in that case, it will again ask you the custom specs. If you will click next. So it is asking you the custom specs, right? Remember that? So maybe you can select the bottom one. Yeah, click next. Hello. Yes. दोस्त मैं ठीक हूँ, अभी ऑफिस की कॉल में हूँ, बाद में बात करें. Go back. Compute resource is selected, certificate not present, that is fine. Click next.
Provision it is showing.
That's fine. Whatever is there, we should follow that. vSAN, because for now we are only having 2 data stores, only one vSAN data store. Click next. Yeah, select the network. Target whatever is the network is preferred. Yeah, that's fine. You can keep it as app LS, or you can make on the basis of your desire what you are looking for the target. Click next. Yeah, once you'll finish, it's going to create a new virtual machine from the template which is available in the content library. Okay. Yeah, you can finish it. No, not an issue. All right. Go to recent task and just monitor the task, what's happening there. Yeah. Yeah, something is happening. A VM is getting created. Now you can, okay, let's wait for some time till the VM get created from this template.
So I have one question, sir.
Yes.
So this template we can do from outside itself. So why we want to put it into the content library and we have to do this also?
Content library is primarily why we make it just a centralized repo so that I can publish these contents to another vCenter server also. Till now, we are seeing just an example from local content library. All right.
Okay.
So because that point of time, we would not prefer to keep the local template once we have an architecture of content library.
Okay.
Okay. So all right. So it's being completed, I think. So now you can wait. I'll connect VPN. No problem. That's just a VPN bug. That is fine. I'll be reconnecting it. And once you'll go to vCenter, we'll see one virtual machine have been created from this template. All right. Just wait. Let me just connect back. Okay. So the VMs have been created now. So if I'll go to VM and template section, there should be a VM with the, we didn't define the target, right? Did we? Okay, let me just search from the Win standard VM. There is, these are the templates. All right, so LCB VM1 you have given name, correct? That is the LCB VM1, correct? So you would see here LCB VM1 have been created. All right. So now let us go ahead and just publish the content library and create a subscribed content library. All right. Yeah, Praveen, go to menu. Yeah, go back to menu. Go to content library again. All right. So now you have LCB01. Click on LCB01. Action. Right side, there is a tab action. Edit setting. Enable publishing. When you will enable publishing, you need this link on the target side. Click copy link. Copy the link. All right. So if you want to make some authentication, it means that you can configure some password whenever subscribed content library will be configured, it will ask for the password. That's it. Like, okay. So for now, I'm not putting any password. So just copy, click OK. So what I have done now, I have made this content library as a published content library. My next action would be, I am going to create a subscribed content library on another vCenter server. All right. So again, just go to menu. Go back again, content library. Because I'm using the same console just because both the vCenters are associated here. All right. Otherwise, you have to log in on another vCenter server and from there you have to process. Again, click on content library. Alright, Parveen, yeah. Go back. Wait for my instructions. Yeah, go to plus symbol, right side, plus symbol. Yeah, new, create new. Give the name SCB01. It's a subscribe, right? Subscribe SCB01. Subscribed content library 01 S. Yeah, and from the bottom, this time you will see the vCenter server is selected, right? Because my target vCenter would be the M01 VCS01. All right, click next. Yeah, so it is for your subscribed. Click on subscribed content library option and paste the URL which you got from there. Yes, all right, this is my URL. Do you want to sync right away? Yes, if we have enabled some authentication there, we have to check enable authentication and put the same password whatever being configured there. All right. So right now I am doing immediately. It means that it will immediately sync the content what is available in my local content library. All right. Click next. Yeah, give the target vSend data store. Yes, click next. Click next. Finish it. Finish it and wait for the recent task to be completed to my. Okay. So sync up is in content library have been created as an SCB01, but sync is in progress. So let the sync complete. Then we will see the same template is available inside my target vCenter server where we have configured the subscribe content library. Okay.
So there is one question. For that, if we will delete any template
Mm-hmm.
from here.
You don't have rights from here on subscribe. It can be deleted from local, then it will be synced and it will be deleted from target. Target means from the where you have configured the subscribe content library.
So suppose that if this will be deleted, so it will be deleted from content library. No, I
No, that is
don't think so.
once it
Like,
will be published, that will be there.
okay, okay, okay. Once there is one copy will be created in that
There, correct.
in the
Correct.
data store, right? If we
Right.
will delete it, this will not impact, right?
Correct. Because
Yeah.
this clone have been created there already.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
If we will delete from, yeah.
So we have done just minimize the recent task also and
Hmm.
check the subscribe content library. You should have another template there. Second last you have created, not this one. Yeah, just expand it. See, the templates are there. All right, same template have been synced here. So by using this template, now on my target vCenter server, I can create the virtual machines. All right. So if you want to create, yes, you can just right click and create VM, but this time your target vCenter server will be M01 VCS01 instead of W01 VCS01. Okay. Yeah, if you want to try, you can do that. Now you can see what is the vCenter server name is M01 VCS01, right? Because M01 VCS01 vCenter is where you have created the subscribed content library. All right. Yeah, select the data center resources and all. Next, finish. And again, if you want to customize, use the wizard. Okay. Yeah, click next. Last bottom data store. Next. But remember this time you have not selected the custom spec. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, keep in mind, like if we are missing something, why? So from here, there is a lot of target networks are available, but here you will see like app VLS is not there. Reason is being we are in different environment, right? Got it? So according to that, we have to give the segment, whatever is the desired port group we want to configure, VM will be run on. All right. Because this is the new environment. You will not get the same network setting here. If you want a same, you have to create first. Click next, finish. Yeah, you can review it and finish it. So in this way, you will see a new virtual machine has been starting to create in my target vCenter server. From there, we have the uh, subscribe content library. All right. So that's the way of doing work around CLB. So from CLB side also, you will see new subscription. New subscription is something if there is there is an existing one, if you want to add new subscription, you can add or create a new subscription to an existing subscribe library. It means that if you just add some of the template or something like that, you want to sync them immediately, you can do that also. And also, yeah, this is the something which we have done. But if I'll go to subscribe content library, there should be a tab of synchronization. Yes, synchronization. Okay. Synchronization means as in when I want to immediately sync it, I can do that. But this is the immediately. Okay. Immediately means whenever any change will happen there, it will immediately sync up. Download as and when needed. As and when needed means whenever I will, until unless I will not sync, my contents will not sync. Okay. If it will detect any date or any change, it will immediately download. It will start immediately downloading that. Okay. All right. So yeah, these are the templates. These are the subscriptions. So far, there is other type, nothing is there. And we have only one template, which has been added. Okay. We can add number of other templates also. And let us see in the recent task what happened. The new VM files have been completed. Go to host and cluster. This time my new VM have been created under this vCenter, right? What is the name we have given? SCB sorry, SCB Win01, right? So now this VM is on the top vCenter, not here, okay? So this is some lab environment, that's why I'm going to delete it. And this is the remove from inventory delete. If you want to see this lab, this is again easy lab. So if you will remove from inventory only, so it will remove from here, but it is still in your data store. So how I will back that? So for that, you have to go back, browse your data store, and what is the file name? That was, what was the file name of for that VM? SCB VM01 something, right? SCB, what name you have given? Raveen?
SCB
Win01,
Win
correct?
0. Yes.
So is it here or not?
SCB Win01.
So हमने we just remove that from inventory, right? But इधर तो नहीं
Yes,
मिल,
it is.
it should be available here ना?
Okay. Yes.
We have just removed that VM from inventory. So, okay, this is not. From here we have removed that, right? Now that is no, or maybe in some folder that was, we have missed that. So this is my vSAN data store, DLR age. नहीं यार, ये आपका जो है NSXT1A SDI नहीं, ये है तो यही यार, बट वो VM का फोल्डर किधर गया इधर से? इट शुड बी हियर, राइट?
You can check in Win 2K60.
That was SCB Win. So each VM creates its own folder, right?
SCB.
Oh, vCenter
Check, sir.
creates.
Hi.
We have removed it from inventory, correct? Or delete it?
Unregistered. It is showing unregistered virtual machine in the task.
Okay.
So maybe in another cluster.
अरे नहीं यार, ये क्लस्टर में बना है तो why it will go there?
Go
Unregistered
to
किया है
task.
ना? We have just unregistered that, right? So
Yes, yes.
SCB01. Oh, यार, gosh. It should be available, right? In the or let's do one thing. Okay, so let's try one thing here. I am having doubt here. I'll go here to my second vSAN data store. And for that VM, what we have created? LCB, right? तो अभी देखो
Yes.
LCB का तो फोल्डर नहीं बना है because we have not powered on. So let's powered on once and then we'll see. Okay. Secondary में हमने LCB01 बनाया ना, LCB Win01, correct? So if I will come here, ये आपका तो प्राइमरी है. Let me just search that LCB01. Okay. So this is in my secondary data store. So let me just power it on once, okay? Because we are not seeing any directory, because of that we are missing that. But however, we can scan that from command line, that is fine. So let's power it on once and go back to my vSAN data store and now check it. Why I'm not seeing the directory here? Let's say wonder. Win1, correct? We are not finding. Rest of the VMs, it is showing a folder, right?
Yes, sir.
Test SM1, VRA. Why this VM not coming up? LCB01. Is it in some folder kya? Migration wave. इसका लोकेशन क्या है? LCB01 है हमारा. ओह, ये माइग्रेशन वेव 1 में और है यार. ये साला ये VApp के अंदर बन रहा है. ये मशीन जो है ये VApp है ना?
से निकाल दे.
हाँ हाँ. It is something. Maybe it's creating the problem. So let me just try to move it. Move to folder under discovered virtual machine. Okay. So is it moved now?
No, sir, still it's there.
वही तो मैं I don't know. Someone have created app and it's coming inside this. Or is it separate inventory? नहीं, ये तो separate inventory है. I don't think so it is inside. These are the separate VMs. LCB VM1 on ESXi host 4. All right. Let me go to data stores. Yeah, that is here. Okay. Oh, this is there. Okay. Yeah, LCB VM1, right? Correct. So
Yes, sir.
simply if we will remove it from the inventory, we should be registered from here. Okay. So let me try. Just power. Shut down. Okay. So all right. So if I will just remove it, I can re-register it. Okay. Remove from inventory. Yes. Okay. All right. So go to data store. Files. Yeah, LCB V1. Okay. So for registering it back, select right click on VMX file and re-register the VM. Okay, that would be my target cluster. All right, that's the way I can just restore it back easily. But yeah, definitely if you'll delete that, that is not possible. Okay. So I should see back my virtual machine here. LCB V1 is available here, right? But yeah, definitely if we'll delete it, we won't be able to find anything. Okay, if I'll click on delete, we should not be able to recover it from the data store itself, because delete is means completely deleted. Okay, so if we'll go here, that was here, right, under large, because that's starting from L, nothing is available here, right? The previous VM we are not able to find. Maybe we have not parred it on, that's why it was not able to create its directory and all. All right, so next we will see the resource addition removal. I hope you guys are pretty comfortable on that part, right? If we want to right click, edit setting, then we want to increase CPU or memory, only hot plug we can do when it is enabled, and we can enable it only once it will be in power off state, then we can enable it and we can increase these values. And if we want to increase the disk size, then definitely that disk size should be increased from the operating system side as well. Okay, you agree with that? And also, if we want a new hard disk, so let us suppose we want to add new hard disk, we can. 40 GB, that is fine. Make it as vSAN. All right, 40 GB and more, and let's increase it. And we'll see there would be on one disk, there would be raw capacity 50, and there would be one another disk for 40 GB. Okay, this task you guys are familiar. Okay, you can do it in an easy way. Yeah, same way for another component we can. So what? Let me try to jump into the console. I'm not sure with the password, but still I will try. It's your luck if password will work here. That's the problem. VX capital R at the rate IM123. No. No, 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 no. So that's why I told you, na, password is not something in my hand, but still I can try. Other user, CF Lab administrator. Let me give one more try. I think VPN connection is creating problem. Arey yaar. Either 1 second, guys. I think VPN got disconnected. Login किया क्या? Is it? Is it worked? Yes, it is. Go to tools. Then where will go? Computer management. And under this, let's go on disk management. One disk come away and just do me a refresh here. Refresh. Yeah, this is there. All right. So now you can perform the extension for the existing disk. Next, finish. All right. And also you can add the new disk have been added there. Initialize, add MBR, click next. Now you are able to create the volume. Okay. All right. So if I will try to shrink this volume, and how much it can be shrink? 36 GB. All right. So now I have 36 GB as an unallocated space. Now I go back, right click, edit setting, and let me try to reduce it up to it's not allowing. Okay, just 1 second. And WLDB, I have unallocated space. I'm trying to do that use case, Siva, the one which we were trying ना.
Yes, sir.
कितना रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं? अभी 3 है तो 36 GB भी रिड्यूस करता हूं तो भी मेरे पास 36.95. But it is denying, correct? Is it denying? Yeah, you are right. We cannot
Yes, sir.
decrease the capacity.
What I
But
asked,
right. I'm not sure. Somewhere I've seen like I have shrink from there, but maybe with the older version where I was able to, okay, let's do one more thing here. Let me just delete the partition and let's try one more time. Okay. Now it is deleted. Let me just refresh the console. No, it's not at all allowed, right? All right, you were right that case. So we cannot reduce, but yeah, absolutely we can increase. Yeah, that's what is the purpose for today's call, guys. So hope you have a good understanding around content library, VM creation, templates and all. And yeah, next onwards we'll try to finish some other modules related to virtual machine management. Okay. And any question? We good? Yes, no? All right, then I'll be sharing the recording and yeah, you walk through with that and then we'll continue rest modules from this module, rest of the lessons. Bye-bye. Good day.